Hello everyone, this is Tournament Hunter here, man. Just on here, coming to you on this day of May 29th, 2020. On here, just talking about the George Floyd case here. Might do a little deeper conversation about it here later on in the future. This is more like a trial test error here, just trying it and see how it comes out on the internet. But nevertheless, just wanted to give my quick points on how I feel about the whole situation of the George Floyd's case. And I haven't dissected the whole thing all together. I just started listening to the news probably about yesterday sometime. I've heard people talking about it because the situation seems like it's escalating, getting bigger and bigger. And the gist of it is basically he tried to, from what I'm hearing, he tried to write a check, and someone called the police saying it was a bad check. And then it went from there to saying he got out of pocket, basically out of order, and so they had to restrain him. And that's how it ended up with the knee on the neck and everybody holding him down until his death, till he can't breathe. A lot of people got a lot of different opinions on how they feel, and mine is just simply, I do not think that was called for. But when someone don't respect you, they'll do anything to you. I mean, simple as that. It's just a level of respect. If you respect someone, you're going to try to talk it out and try to figure out what's what and then go from there. You're not going to instantly just go to in a restraining mode to try to, shut someone down. And from what we're seeing, that's what happened here. Why? My opinion is because there's no respect. They don't respect that man. They care less about anything he got going on. And then I heard the check wasn't even a bad check, so I don't even know what's going on about that. But that might be something I might have to dig into a little deeper. Anybody see this video here and want to comment and tell me precisely what it is, I'll be more than happy to hear that and get that intel. But it's definitely a respect thing, especially when you hear the man saying, "I can't breathe." You keep the neck going. Nobody says, "Hey, loosen up your, lighten up a little bit. Move your knee or something." Not even adjust your position with your knee. Nobody says anything and act like they can't hear him. Now, if that ain't disrespectful, and show that nobody cares, then I don't know what else is. I don't know what else that is. You see what I'm saying? Because if someone tell you they can't breathe based upon what you're doing to them, and you continue to do what you're doing to them, that means you're maliciously doing what you want to do to them. You're doing what you want to do to them on purpose. There's no justification for that. Because at that point, once they tell you you're hurting me, you got the option now to either continue to keep hurting them or not to hurt them. In this case right here, all of the officers that was there, because all of them played a role, because all it took was one. All it could have taken was one of them to say, "Hey, man, lighten up or move your neck. This man can't breathe." But out of all of them, and I think it was about 4 of them there, nobody said move. Nobody said move. They just left it right there on his neck. So that's crazy, man. And now they're talking about he's facing third degree murder. That's unacceptable too. Definitely should be first degree. And everybody that was there should definitely get first degree. But in my opinion, they're going to spin this thing. Who is they? I'm going to go ahead and say the people that run everything on this world, man. The white supremacists, the racism, the racist white supremacists, the people that's in charge of this whole planet. They're going to go ahead and they're going to give them a slap on the wrist. Might even get all officers. This is just my opinion. Okay, everybody's got their own. But my opinion, I think they're going to get a slap on the wrist. The one for the third degree, think he'll get a slap on the wrist. And the other ones, if they decide to indict them or put some charges against them, I think it's going to be a mild judgment call. It's not going to be nothing. And no matter what they do, even if they all got first degree and went with the worst case, they all of them got first degree, it's still not going to change the fact that in my personal humble opinion, nobody respects black people. Nobody. Definitely not a white supremacy. Definitely not a racist white supremacist person. They're definitely not gonna respect black. And the proof is in the pudding. All you gotta do is look at these stories right here that happen time and time again, and how people either get little to no time, or get little or no time at all. I mean, and it goes on and on and on. And protesting, in my opinion, it's not gonna do one thing. Not one thing. It's not gonna change no policy. And even if they did change the policy, there'd still be a loophole in it to where they can still do. Basically, in a nutshell, all I'm trying to say is the burning down the buildings in Minneapolis, and now they're starting to protest in different areas: Atlanta, Charlotte, Washington, D.C., and this could spread into some other states possibly. But just like I told a friend of mine, I told him, well, this or last, they upset now, but, the protesters and black folks and stuff, they're upset right now. But, the people that run everything, they don't care that black people are upset about this. It's just my humble opinion. They do not care. They do not care. Oh, well, they upset right now. Well, we'll give them a day or two until we send the National Guard in there to go ahead and put a stop to all this. Now, if you look at it, they got martial law. They got an 8 o'clock curfew, I believe, in Minneapolis. So we'll see how that play out. But they're gonna shut all of that down. They'll give them a couple of days. At least I feel like by Monday, my opinion, I think it's gonna be done died down a lot by Monday. That's what I feel, because protesting, it just ain't gonna cut it all out. It just ain't gonna get it all done. It's not gonna change anything for black folks. Okay, what black people and I was asked the question, what is it then you got to do to have this stop happening? And I said, you know what? I really don't know, but I know, and that's something you got to sit down and think about. But definitely protesting ain't gonna do it, because black people been protesting for so long and it ain't changed anything. Hasn't changed anything. So apparently something needs to be done different than that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe for every person they take out of ours, if we took out one of theirs, then maybe things would start getting a little different. I had somebody bring that suggestion up to me yesterday. Like, hey, well, they try to kill me, I'm gonna kill one of them. I say, hey, that might be the option to take. I don't know. I'm not being an advocate of violence here. Definitely not saying let's be violent, but every other option that black people have tried to be treated like white people, it doesn't work. Nothing happens to where that happens, that we get that same treatment that white people get. And I just don't see black people getting the same treatment white people get, as long as racism exists. Because that right there, what happened to George Floyd, that's nothing but racism. That's all it is. We all know, whether you're black, white, Chinese, Asian, whatever it is, it don't matter your nationality or your color. We can all agree to say, if that was a white guy or a white female, this would not have happened. We can definitively say that. I mean, and if you ain't denying and you saying no, that's not true, then I don't know, I guess you living in a bubble. Okay, you must be living on planet Earth. You must be on a planet that no one else is on except for yourself. If you say that's not true, that a white person would have got treated the exact same way, we know that, and so we're gonna continue to get treated that way until we end the system of racism, which is white supremacy. And in my closing remarks, I don't think nothing's gonna come out this. Yeah, somebody might get convicted and things like that, but that's not enough. I mean, you got people get convicted, and then next thing you know, a black person gets shot or killed tomorrow. It's the same thing. We march again or whatever, they get a jail time, but then somebody else black get killed again, and they may or may not get jail time. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's a revolving door. It's the same cycle over and over and over again, and time is out for that. It's time for black folks to figure out a better course of action to take. We got to have a code. Another one of my notes that I learned from a call him a mentor of mine, even though I never met him personally. I listened to his video and stuff of a guy by the name of Neely Fuller Jr. One of the best advices he can give says, hey, look here, come in contact with law enforcement and you're black, person of color, you just, hey, you don't fight, you don't fuss, and you don't flee. Do one of those. Don't do those three things right there. Don't fuss, don't fight, and don't flee. Because it's been proven time and time again, you got a high chance of not living or coming out of that situation alive if you do one of those things. So don't do it. Don't fuss. Don't get in an argument with them. Okay, let's go down to the precinct. Let's go to the jail. Okay, we'll handle it there. You know, don't fight. Don't try to, hey, you doing me wrong and I got rights and all that. Listen, man, people look at black people and they ain't got no rights, man. That's the way I feel. And that's what I see based upon what's going on. We ain't got no rights. Don't have no rights. But I think black people think they have rights and they don't. The system, the judicial system shows you ain't got no damn rights. The way they treat you. Oh, this person go sell drugs, they get 24 years, 20 years. This white person go sell drugs, they get 8. How's that equal? How's that equal? We all know that the system is broken and due to racism, but nobody's addressing the issue. Nobody's addressing the real issue at hand. At least I don't feel like it, in my opinion. But if you listen to the video and you think so, let me know, and we can go from there. I'm gonna get back on, probably leave another one. You go. Yeah, so I'm out, guys. I'll probably be back on later as another segment here as this thing goes on. But in a nutshell, the protesting part, I don't see it doing a damn thing for black folks at all. It won't surprise me if somebody else black got killed tonight or tomorrow in one of these places that's getting protests. I'm telling you, because we still out here like animal, man. You know, but what black people need to be, we need to be in a protective class because everybody's against black folks. These are just my opinions once again, but I can make statements on or kind of show proof on what I'm saying. It makes sense. You know, and maybe at another time I can go deeper into that. But right now I just had to put this out because this is a hot thing going right now about George Floyd's murder. And I just wanted to get on real quick and say something about it. In the future, I am going to get back on. I might say something else about this topic here. I may not. Or it depends on your comments if you want to, you know, say something. But I'm also going to do videos about some other things coming up here because there's a lot of things going on in the world that I really want to vent about. And I feel like a good way to vent about it is through YouTube, the social media platform here. All right. So thank you, guys. And I'm out.